Hi everyone, Lang here. I'm coming on to do a project share, and it's an outgoing swap, and this is for the Maggie Holmes Spring Swap hosted by Bethany, and she is your crafty BFF on YouTube and Instagram. It's her first annual Maggie Holmes Spring Swap, and she'll probably be doing it every year. And with this swap, you can make one or make two. The requirements are you are to use one Maggie Holmes collection, and you need a memory dex card with your info on the back. You need 4 bowls, 2 die cut shakers, and she does not want us to use foam tape. 4 flowers, and it has to be in solid colors. 2 multi-layered embellishments, and 1 crafter's choice. And put it in a tote or any creative packaging. So that's what, and it is postmarked by April 3rd. So let me put this to the side. So the collection I used is, I'm sure you're all familiar with, it's the Marigold. I don't know when she came out with this, but I don't see any date on here. But anyway, I had 6x8 paper pad. I have the 12x12, which I really don't care using a 12x12 because I like the prints to be smaller when I'm doing projects. And I only had one of this. It's the floral ephemera pack, and I kind of like used most of it already. And I also have used, and this is the only one I had too, was this one sheet of the chipboard from the Marigold. And I figured I used it because I had the other collections, but I really wanted to use up this collection and then just be done with it. So anyway, hold on. Sorry about my dog. She's just very, very anxious. She always barks at everything. So yes, hopefully she'll be quiet. Right now she's in her little crate calming down. So anyway, I made 2 to swap, and I will show you what I made. So all the dies I will show you as I go. So first off, these bowls I made 4. I hope you can see them. This is a butterfly bowl. I love this. That's the butterfly bowl. I made 2 of this, and for the centers I put a flower, and the die I use for that flower is this. It is the Kiss Craft. I don't know, it doesn't say what kind of flower, but this is what the die look like. I love this flower die because all the centers, they're on plates, so it's perfect. I mean, easy to cut and layer it. You can make all different sizes. So I made the small size for the center of this bowl, and this is the butterfly bowl. I also made 2 of this. I guess you can call it like a doily edge bowl. And this is so pretty. And I also use a flower center for this bowl. And I put a butterfly in the center of this bowl. And this butterfly is a paper punch. But the cutting dies I use for the bowls are from my little crafty shop. Sorry for the glare. And this is Lisa's. She had a shop, I mean, I don't know how many years ago, because I bought these when I lived in Hawaii. And yes, because I actually did swaps with her. So, and then she started a business, but now she's no longer in business. And the other daisy bowl that's right here is her other bowl die. So I love these dies. So easy to cut and easy to put together. So well thought of. So that is my bowl dies that I use for 4 of my bowls. And all these will be packaged in this little baggies because I don't want to glue it down. And I think these are like treat bags or cookie bags or pastry bags. But I had this in my stash. And yeah, so this is the bag I'm going to use to put all my embellishments in. Oh, and I also put a backing design paper behind the cardstock. And that way it's not flimsy. And I stitched along the edge with this fancy leaf stitch from my sewing machine. It's okay, but you gotta use a really good thread because of all the intricate detail from the leaf. And mine's keep breaking when I use the gold thread because it's so thin. And that, I don't think, thin thread would be good for this type of intricate designs on your sewing machine. So I'm going to be packaging them up in these bags when I'm done. And next is my die cut shakers. Where are they? Oh, so I made these cute shakers. I know I like making little shakers. I mean, easy to put on projects or a Memedex card or a card, or a bag topper. So I used the watering can, and this is the KS Craft. This is the smaller size. She has 2 sizes, the larger one and the smaller one. And all these little flowers are paper punches. This came with the cutting die, all these flowers. And I added diamond dots to the top of their little petals. And then this pretty glitter bowl on the top. It is a Tim Holtz paper punch bowl. And then these are sentiments from a sentiment book that I have in my stash. I also created this shaker bowl. And I also added this the butterfly from the punch. Let me get the punch. Hold on. Be right back. Okay. It's a Friskers brand, and I don't know if they still have it. And it's a Teresa Collins edition. So I guess this is a limited edition, but I had this in my stash many years ago. I used it a lot on cards, but now with cutting dies, they have everything all stitched. So, but this comes in handy for little projects, So my next required item would be my flowers. So these are the flowers. I'm not gonna pull this up. Maybe I can. I have this stick down. So I created them in the solid pastel colors with the mint yellow and the pink. And this cutting die is from Stamping Up. It's actually for cards, and it is called the Botanical Builder Framelit Die. And this is like for a card. I mean, you can build it up and make a pretty card out of this because they have like a die that you can cut into the card. which is this pretty vine. I mean, look how pretty. So when you place this on your card, a 5x7, it will cut it, but not, it won't come out. I mean, it will stay as part of the card, and you just layer your flowers all around it. And I didn't use, I think I'll show you later how I use this cutting die, but these are the flowers that I created for my swap partners. I hope they like it. And this cutting die is from K's Craft. I'm sure it's the bouquet pocket die, and it's so cute when you place all your flowers in here to make it look like a bouquet, right? And then I added one of those butterfly bowl, and underneath is it's Scrap Diva's, I think this is called the doily die, and there's 3 different size. This is the smaller one. So this is my flowers, and the next requirement is my multi-layered embellishments. So this is one of the 2. So we needed 2 multi-layered embellishments. The Starburst die is like my favorite for making embellishments. So this is the larger size, and then there's a size right below it, and there's 2 more below that, the middle one. And this is where I use a lot of the chipboard. And then this butterfly cutting die, I don't know where it's from, but I found it in my stash, and I really love how it looks, so I just cut it out and placed it within my projects. So I just layered it with foam tape, foam, chipboards, and then this word came from the book, from the sentiment book. I think this is the Tim Holtz one. Excuse me, hold on. I am sorry. Oh, I was just about to sneeze. I didn't want to sneeze right in the camera. But anyway, this is my second embellishment. Love how this turned out. And it is on the flag. And this is a Scrap Diva cutting die. The banner, I think it's the banner flags or what. I have no idea what you call it. But this is the smaller or the middle size of that. There's 3 different sizes, the large, the medium, and the small. And I layered it up with chipboard. And those, that pack I showed you, the floral, this pack. So I used a whole lot to layer these on here. And then this swan here, it's a cutting die, and it's a Maggie Holmes cutting die. Hopefully I have it here. Here it is. And I had this for many, many years when it first came out. I bought this. And I used a lot of this 3, 1, 2, the swan, the pennant, and the bowl. And I think I used the little frame to layer up my embellishments. But love this cutting die. I mean, it's cute and so tiny. So that's what I use for the swan. There's a stamp that you can stamp it out and then cut the swan out. But it really doesn't show up. I mean, if you're going to cut out like a gold foil or a glittered cardstock, it will not show up unless you have a stays on ink pad, which I don't have. But yeah, but I love how these turned out. So that's my multi-layered embellishment. So my crafter's choice, I created little paper clip embellishments, and I did 2 of them. And this is where I use the cutting die here, the swan, and then that little frame is in the back. And then these are, I don't know if you can see, but these are the pennants that I layered on the back of it. And this is the bowl. And all I did is I added a punched out butterfly. It's a smaller punch. I added the gold mesh, glitter mesh here, the webbing, and a little flower that I created out of the paper punch. And that one is, I think it's the small, or no, I don't think this is the smallest size. There's a smaller size than this. But this is the size I used to make that flower. So that's it. I think that's probably like a 3/8 inch. And I can't find the smaller one. But that's what I did. And so I just layered it. I cut a piece of cardstock, which is the 2x2. And I scored it at 1/2 inch. And I folded that cardstock over the longer part of the paper clip and glued it down. And then I started to lay all the pennants on that cardstock. And then after that, just started to layer it up with all these. And I also have a ticket back here. I think this ticket die is a Rosie Studio. Yes, it is. This is what the ticket die looks like. It's from Rosie Studio. It's so cute. I love this ticket die. I did cut out a whole lot. Oh, and this is the butterfly cutting die, and I don't know who makes it. I have no idea. I'm so sorry, I can't tell you. But this is what that butterfly looks like. If you're gonna search for it, this is what it looks like. So easy to put together. It also comes with a happy birthday sentiment, which I didn't use. But I use this a lot. This is like always my favorite little butterfly to embellish with. So that's what I use. Let me see what else cutting dies I have. Oh, this is the watering can if you're curious about what it looks like. And these are all the flowers that comes with it. So the watering can has, this is the one that you cut out your foam with. And then this part is like your background and your acetate. So all that. And then it has a little piece that goes on the top on this part here. And that would be this part here. And that will, you can cut it out in a foil just to make it look more pronounced on it. So that was easy to put together. And that's it. So, and last off is my memory decks card. I love making memory decks card. So this is what my mem decks card look like. This pretty swan is, I have no idea what cutting die that is. If I can find it. And let me see if I can find it. Oh, I think I do. This is the one that I used. It is called, what is this? Artemio? I don't know. But this is what the swan on the memory decks card. That's what I use, this swan here. So pretty. And it comes with the crown and the extra wings, so you can make it more dimensional. So, love, love, love swans. And I went ahead and used this KS Craft cutting die. I did also stitch around it. I did create a pocket. I'm gonna put my information in the pocket. And then I layered this with 110-pound cardstock. The design, a gold foil cardstock. And then I cut the matting with the designer pattern paper. And then I used I think this is from scrapbook.com, the yellow and the white glossy paper. And then these are the punches that I use for the butterfly. This bowl, oh, isn't it so cute? I don't remember where I don't know. And then these flowers, shoots, where did they come from? I think these flowers are Scrap Diva's, like way back when she first started her business. She had a flower. I think that's what it comes with, all the different flowers. I'm thinking it was. But I layered them on the bottom. After I put the glitter mesh, I also added tulle in the back in between on the swan. And then I layered the leaves and then the flowers on the top, and I love how it turned out. So all these will be packaged up, and then let me move this out of the way and I will show you what I made as my creative packaging. And I hope my swap partners will like it because it was a labor of love. I wanted to do a swan gift box, but it didn't work out. It was too small. So I had to go in another route. And this is what I came up with. Let me pull you up because it's kind of big. I saw my inspiration came from Sam Calcott, who is Mixed Up Crafts. She makes all these cute gift bags, gift box, I mean from just scoreboard. But now she's into cards, but then this is one of her older project, and I was inspired by it when I seen it. But the only tutorial she did for it was the gift box. Everything else, the roof, I had to create my own. I did add an extra pocket outside, and this will be holding my Memdex card. And the Memdex card will go into this vinyl pocket, which then it will get put into this vinyl pocket that I sewed together. That way it just keeps the Memdex card okay and safe. So this is what my Memdex card is going to be packaged in. I'm not going to put any top on there because it will not fit in here. And then I'm just going to slide it in this pocket. So it's going to go there. And I just did a whole layering up of all whatever chipboard I had left. I used a doily back there from Erica, and the rest is all the chipboard and that little floral ephemera. I added the rest of the word chipboard here, the flower, my favorite little butterfly there. And this is a gift box. So let me open it up and show you what it looks like. And this is what it looks like on the inside. And everything will be packed. That's why I packaged these up in the little bags, because it fits perfect in here. And this opens up from the roof and then it closes down. This flap is to keep the box in its shape, and it's held with Velcro. So these are 1-inch circle punch, and there's 65 on each side. So I did punch out 65 and made my roof on one half, and then this is the back side. I went ahead and layered these flowers. I added one of the swans. This window die is actually a Scrap Divas die, and it is not in that shape. I'll show you what it looks like. Oops, I thought I had it here, and now I can't find it. Well, I'm sure you know it. It looks like an oval. Here's the shape. This is the actual size of the window. So I wanted these to be smaller. So what I did is I cut it out. I cut the top off the arch, and it became this little. No, hold on. There is a little window, but it doesn't cut. Oh, shoots. Hold on. Let me go find it. I'll be right back. Okay, I found it. So this, let me pull it out. This is a great die to have if, and I need to invest into some other window cutting dies, because I think this cottage gift box, I think it came out so cute. But this is a little die that I used to create those windows, and the only thing it will cut out is the frame, the black part of it, but it will not cut along the edge. So you're gonna have to, cut your paper to the size you want your window to be, and then take the chance and just cut it out. But that's what I used, and that's it. So these are my cute little cottages, and I just wanted to come on and share these really quick before I wrap them up, and then they will go out on Monday. So I hope my swap partners like what I created for them, and I really enjoyed using this paper collection. It was, I had it for a while, and I think it's a pretty collection, but I wish I had more of the chipboard ephemeras and more of the other ephemeras, but I think I did okay, trying to create what I could with whatever I had. So anyway, guys, thank you for stopping in. I hope you like my video, and I hope you get inspired by all of this. And I can't wait to start on my next project. And you folks have a great weekend. And wherever you are, stay safe, stay cool. If you're hot in that area, if you're cooler in the, like us, we're windy today, and we're in the 50s. So I love that weather. So take care, guys, and until then, happy crafting, and I'll see you folks later in the next video. Aloha.